Alright, welcome to this video tutorial. I'm going to show you how to do a sun study, and then part of this is we need to then design a renovation for our house. We're going to add a new room. So, what is a sun study? A sun study is basically where we capture the shadows as the sun moves from sunrise to sunset. So, it's pretty easy to do in ArchiCAD. So we go somewhere where it might be appropriate, as in inside somewhere. So that's looking west by default if we go to our ground floor. Basically, up is north, down is south, and I think you know how to determine east and west. So if we go to our 3D view, this looks like a pretty good spot because I'll see shadows hopefully come across here. Just want to make it so I can see. Great. So what I'm going to do, it's, as I said, real simple. We've got to document creative imaging and create sun study. So you can change things. So this is summer, the year just doesn't matter. But a summer sun study will look different to a winter sun study. So your call. You're going to be tasked with making a sunroom. So ideally you want to find somewhere that has a nice warm area. Okay, so you can change the date, you can change the time, we can change the interval. I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to click save. I'm just going to save it wherever. Well, mine will save to my downloads folder. I'll call it SS. Cool. So already you can just see these shadows will move as the sun kind of rises in the east and comes over to the west. As you can kind of see my mouse move. But I'm not on the time. Okay, so we'll see the shadows start to grow as the sun is starting to approach the setting. Okay, great. So that's our sun study. What does it look like? Here we go. So this is what mine looks like. Great. Bit fast maybe, so I could slow that down in my settings, but that's exactly what I'm after for a sun study. It doesn't need to go for too long. Obviously for our project, but you might want to maybe just change the interval to 10 minutes and then you'll have more renders. It'll take a little bit longer, and let's just see, that will probably take total length to be more than 3 seconds. There we go. So that might be more appropriate. Okay, so then next up, I might just undo that. Okay, so next up, as I said, we need to do a renovation. We can actually use our tools down here, but I'm not going to worry about this. So essentially what we can do is we can use one of these layers and it will show us, maybe it's this one, that we're going to modify the existing design and it will come out in a different color. But as I said, I'm not too worried about that. So essentially I want you to design and create a sunroom. So I'm going to give you a hint that this is not where you'd do it. Oops. I'm going to just pretend that I'm going to put my sunroom off the front here. And so really what am I going to be doing? I'm going to be knocking out part of this wall if I can, and I'm going to just put in a new wall because I'm going to make a new sunroom here. So as I said, this is completely the wrong thing on purpose. I want you to create a sunroom, the idea being that it's somewhere nice and warm to enjoy summer. Sorry, maybe the sun in winter might be better said. Yours doesn't have to be boxy like mine is. I'll just make it so it actually pairs up to the wall, so it should auto close. And OK, right click OK. Alright, and now that I've got this wall in, what I need to do is click on this wall. And if it's not already, I can suspend groups up the top. So tick that button. Basically it changes this line from being a polyline to a single line. So when I press that, I can now identify just this one wall. I need to make this wall just that little bit better, in all the way. Great, I'll put this wall in all the way. Okay, I'm going to just, for convenience, go in and delete things like the blinds and the window. So window gone, and the blinds gone. So now I've got a clean wall to work with when I'm deleting it. Okay, and hopefully now that that's cut out, what I can do is hopefully just press the control button and cut this up. I might even try and cut it up here. I mean, let's just see what happens if I select this and delete it. So that might work, and I can just draw 2 lines. But I want to see if I can go one better, and so I'm holding down the control button is the same as using this trim button. So let's try and trim it here. Oops, worked but the wrong way. See if I can cut it just here. Great, that's exactly what I wanted. So trimming on that bottom line worked. Okay, so now if I go back to my 3D view, things are a mess. I need to change my roof and my ceiling. So I think you guys know how to do that. Go to our first floor, and you can select your roof, and you basically just redefine it. Almost easier. Oh, that's nice and crisp here. Almost easier just to delete it and redraw it. It takes about a minute. Okay, so then once you've made your sunroom, put furniture in it, put some windows and entryway. I think mine already had an entryway through that that dining area. Oh, need to put the slab in as well. So again, probably just easiest to put a new slab next to it. Put the windows in, and then you do the sun study, which again was up the top at document, creative imaging, and sun study. Ordinarily, we'd be asking you to write a justification explaining why you've put your sunroom here. So do have a think about where your sunroom's going. This is pretty much the absolute worst spot it could go. Alright, sunroom should be somewhere nice and warm in winter, and it's going to be somewhere hopefully getting as much sun as possible. Okay, I'll leave it there. Thank you.